Hi guys, Blake here with Lilleys Landing Resort and Marina on beautiful upper Lake Taneycomo. It is, what is today? Sunday. Today is Sunday, May the 2nd. And I'm going to do the one cast today. So, today I've boated up. I am right in the Andy Williams flat at the moment. It's cloudy, chances of rain. It was supposed to start at 8 this morning and they've continued to push it back. We kind of got sprinkled on just a little bit ago, but it was only a sprinkle and it only lasted for about 10 minutes. They are still running the same amount of water, 3 generators and 5 floodgates at 1 foot apiece for 15,000 cubic feet per second. And today I'm gonna do some drift rig fishing. I've got 2 scuds here. So, this reel, I've got Trilene XL 4-pound smooth cast coming off the reel. That's coming down to this part here. So I've got a snap swivel that's connected to the line, just sliding up and down on the line. It's got a 1/4 ounce weight snap to it, a barrel swivel to stop on top of. I've got about 6 foot of Trilene 4-pound line here for my leader, and we've got a size 10 real big gray scud, and below that is a size 12 rainbow scud. Oh no, there we go. And we are gonna drift the very inside edge here, just right along the bank. I'm gonna let the boat get drifting just a little bit faster before I cast out. Had some great fishing reports from today. Let's see, Dwayne said they went up top and they fished white jigs and shad flies. Said it was enough to catching enough fish to keep them busy. Captain Jeremy Rasnick said they were catching them on scuds and egg patterns. What is it called? Up top and down to the narrows. And well, I think they went a few different places, but that was one of the things they did. And then Captain Bill Babbler, oh, what was that? I think my flies got hooked on the edge of the boat. Yeah, it sure did. Captain Bill Babbler said that they caught a ton of fish drifting the double scud rig with a size 10 and a size 12, just like I got set up here. They were fishing this very inside edge right up against the bank, from Andy's where we started all the way down to the narrows. And something cool that Bill reported was that in all of his years guiding, he had never had 2 trout reeled in on the same double scud rig, and he said it happened 4 times today, drifting this inside stretch from Andy's down to the narrows. 4 different times they reeled in 2 fish on the same line. And I've done that bass fishing before when I was younger, but I've never done it trout fishing. So I'd love for it to happen on video today, but I'd just settle for catching a fish. It's about 2:45 in the afternoon right now. but it is real cloudy and about 70 degrees, maybe just a little, maybe 68. So something that, and this has been an occurrence the last 2 years that I've been fishing on the lake, sometimes whenever they kick on that those floodgates, these fish will come over to this side and they will pack in right against the bank. I guess a bunch of scuds come off these banks over here, and it's also slower water where they can get away from the current. And so there's been real great times when the floodgates are running, drifting anything from scuds to jerk baits to mega worms and sandwan worms, anywhere right against this bank. And I actually feel like I need to be a little closer. My boat kind of drifted away. The wind's pushing it out to the middle of the lake. So I'm going to get in just a touch closer here. My 1/4 ounce weight seems to be bouncing just about right across the bottom. And that 6 foot a leader that we put on there, that's what I use whenever the water's running this fast. I'm going to go ahead and reel in and say no fish on the first cast. Check for moss and get it a little closer to the bank. I did have some moss on both of those scuds, so that probably wasn't going to catch me a fish. Alright, I'm really only about 20 foot away from the bank. I'm trying to get that cast within 5 to 10 right off the bank, 5 to 10 feet. But so far today, everybody's reported pretty good fishing. We had a boat, the only boat that's gone out today, came back and said they had a fair day and caught 15 or 20 fish. And they said they actually didn't catch any up here in the trophy area. They caught all theirs right below Fall Creek. They said right below Eagle Island in that eddy. They were catching a whole bunch of fish. I believe they were using jigs. There's a fish right there. I want to say they were using jigs, white jigs, and they said they actually caught 3. They said none of them were very big, but they caught 3 brown trout. Right there in the eddy of Fall Creek. This is a nice, pretty trout. And he took the bigger of the scuds. I'll do it. Nice colored up rainbow. But regardless, catching 3 brown trout in one day it's good fun. It's been a while since I talked about drift rigs, so we'll just kind of go back over the stuff. You know, depending on where you're at, where you're fishing at in the lake, the current's always gonna change, just like it's a little slower over here than if I were out in the middle. And so having that snap swivel to change your weight out without having to untie the rig is really nice. And there's times where you might get into water slow enough to use a 3/16 or even an 1/8 ounce, and then there's times you might drift into an area where you need to change back to the 1/4 ounce weight. So it's nice to have it set up like that so that you can just clip those on and off. Other tricks you can do to make sure you're bouncing right on the bottom is if you're not feeling it enough, you can let out a little bit of line and close the bail again. Sometimes that'll get you bumping the bottom like you want to be. You can use the trolling motor to slow the boat down if you're not hitting the bottom. Sometimes that'll get you right where you need to be at. I'm going to reel this in and get a little closer to the bank again. I really think they're fairly close to that bank. Actually, I don't have any moss. I do. So there's still a good amount of moss down there. You're gonna have to pull those in and check them frequently if you want to be successful. Just enough moss to scare a fish away. And so you want that bait. That was a little too close to the bank. You want that bait, you want your setup, your drift rig. You want the weight so that it's bouncing about every 1 or 2 seconds across the bottom, and you can feel it. If you're not feeling it that frequently, you probably don't have enough weight on, so you need to use one of those tricks I talked about to get it there. And if it feels like it's just dragging the bottom the whole time, then you need to take a little weight off, because it's just about getting that nice free flowing effect. And from what I understand, if you go up top and drag scuds up by the dam, that's what Jeremy's been doing, and they've been catching them all the way up there from the cable down as well. So this is not the only spot you can do this in. Anytime the water's running this fast, those bigger scuds are always gonna work well. There's another fish. Oh, I lost him. So something I did there, it's another trick that took me a while of doing this to figure out, but as your baits are dragging the bottom, you can kind of very slowly lift up on the rod tip a few inches and then slowly let it back down. That gives those scuds just a little bit more action on the bottom, and sometimes it really entices the fish to come and eat. Yep, that's all I was doing, was raising it up and letting it go back down again. He took the bait. And he took the bigger scud. They're liking that big scud. I'd probably go ahead and put 2 of those size 10s on there if I wanted to. And his belly is absolutely... Oh, he got away before I could show you his belly. His belly was stuffed. So yeah, that little lifting the rod tip up slowly and letting it back down slowly is just a great little extra thing you can do while you're dragging those scuds that can help increase your bite. The wind has started pushing me downstream a little bit, so I'm using the trolling motor to slow the boat down, get that rig bouncing the right way. There's another one. Oh, he got off. And it does seem that, oh, there's another one. It does seem that moving my scuds slowly up and down is helping out the bite here, so I'm just going to keep that up. Right now we are going through the Narrows, except we're on the opposite bank. There's plenty of water to drive through and float over right now through here. And I feel like we got time for maybe one more pass. We go back up to the bottom of the golf course and try that again. If I had time, I think I'd tie on another size 10 scud on the bottom here. I feel like that's the one they're seeing better. But we're gonna go back up and we're gonna try that drift one more time. Good, how you doing, Darren?
Well, I wish the condition was a little better, but we're tweaking jigs.
Scuds on a drift rig.
Scud.
Right here against the bank. I'm doing the one cast right now.
Good.
But double scud rig, size 10, size 12, drag them right against the edge of the bank. That was Captain Darren Sadler below us. And it looks like it is starting to rain. I figured that happened since I didn't put my rain gear on. If you put your rain gear on, usually the rain won't come, but as soon as you don't put it on, sure enough, there it is. Come on. Okay, so we just boated up right to the edge of the golf course again, and we are gonna try this one more time. But lots of different things seem to be working on the lake right now, so if you're gonna be out, give any of those things a try. I know yesterday I threw that mega worm underneath the float, and I think that if I went up top and tried that still, I think that would still be working. Oh, there's another fish. They sure are packed in here. That's the third one I've missed since we started. I got that one. And he took He took the smaller scud that time. I'm trying not to hook myself here. I can almost feel it coming. Come here, buddy. Alright. It looks like we are going to get some rain here. Oh, I had him. Wow. Well, second pass is even better than the first pass. And I'm holding true to thinking they're right against the bank. So I'm just going to, every time my stuff gets drifted out a little bit past the bank, I'm going to reel it back in and cast it out again. And the rain left as fast as it came there. So I'm not getting a very good drift, so I'm going to start by just slowing the boat down, see if that gets me bumping again. Yep, sure enough. Levi and a friend went out last night. They were fishing the 762 Signature Series French Pearls, which is the white looking one, and they were fishing right here in the Narrows, and they said they lost a very big brown trout. Oh, and I talked to a couple of guys on my way up here that said they lost a real big fish not too long ago. This fish feels like a better one. Thinking it is. Yep. Might need the net for this one. Oh yeah. Oh. Oh, I almost forgot to mention that Rob Dickerson came in this morning. He was fishing in the Narrows as well, and he caught a very pretty 22-inch long rainbow. Let's see, this is a real beautiful male. Nice kype jaw. All right, here's a much bigger, beautiful male there. I think I'm going to end the video there today. So if you're coming out, get out here and try drifting some scuds down this bank while the floodgates are running. But we thank you guys for watching. Like and share us on Facebook, and we'll get out here and do it for you again tomorrow. Thanks, guys.